Did you know that the average person farts enough gas in a single day to fill a small balloon? That's right, your body is a secret gas factory, churning out clouds of mystery while you go about your life. A 2023 study from the Journal of Gastroenterology revealed that humans produce up to 1.5 liters of gas daily, and yet, most of us know shockingly little about this natural phenomenon. Why do farts smell? Can they really catch fire? And what's going on inside your gut to make all that noise? Buckle up, because we're diving into the wild, weird, and surprisingly scientific world of flatulence with 15 facts about farting you probably didn't know. Let's start with the basics. What's in a fart? You might think it's just a puff of stink, but farts are actually a mix of gases. About 59% nitrogen, 21% hydrogen, and smaller amounts of carbon dioxide, methane, and sulfur-containing gases. These are produced when your gut bacteria break down food your body can't digest, like fiber or certain sugars. Think of your intestines as a bustling fermentation lab where tiny microbes throw a party with every bean burrito you eat. But here's the kicker. Those smelly sulfur gases, like hydrogen sulfide, make up less than 1% of the mix. Yet they're the ones that give farts their infamous odor. So why do some farts smell worse than others? Let's find out. Ever notice how a night of broccoli or eggs leaves you clearing the room? That's because sulfur-rich foods, like eggs, meat, and cruciferous veggies, fuel the production of those pungent sulfur gases. A 2019 study from the University of Minnesota found that diets high in sulfur compounds can increase fart odor intensity by up to 40%. Meanwhile, starchy foods like potatoes or rice produce milder, less offensive gas. It's like your gut is a chef, and the ingredients you give it determine whether you're serving a subtle breeze or a full-on stink bomb. But what happens when you try to hold in all that gas? Spoiler, it's not pretty. You're in a quiet meeting and you feel that telltale rumble. You clench, hoping to keep the gas locked away. But here's the truth. Holding in farts doesn't make them disappear. The gas can get trapped in your intestines, causing bloating, discomfort, or even cramps. Worse, a 2021 report from the American Journal of Physiology suggests that trapped gas can be reabsorbed into your bloodstream and, get this, eventually escape through your breath. That's right. Your bad breath could be a fart in disguise. So, is it better to let it rip? Well, there's a surprising social history behind that question. Believe it or not, farting hasn't always been taboo. In ancient Rome, passing gas was seen as a sign of a healthy digestive system. Emperors even held lavish feasts where loud farts were celebrated as proof of a good meal. Fast forward to the Middle Ages, and physicians would analyze the sound and smell of farts to diagnose illnesses. Today, we might giggle or blush, but your farts are still a window into your gut health. So, how many times a day is normal? You might be surprised. You fart 5 to 15 times a day. On average, people fart 5 to 15 times daily, releasing about half a liter to 1.5 liters of gas. A 2020 study from the British Medical Journal found that men and women fart about the same amount, debunking the myth that one gender is gassier. But frequency depends on your diet, gut bacteria, and even stress levels. Ever wonder why you're extra gassy when you're nervous? It's because stress can speed up digestion, sending gas production into overdrive. But what about those silent but deadly ones? Why are they so sneaky? Silent farts are often the smelliest. We've all experienced the stealth fart. Quiet, but lethal. The science behind it is simple. Loud farts are caused by gas escaping quickly through a tight sphincter, creating vibrations like a trumpet. Silent farts, on the other hand, slip out slowly, often carrying a higher concentration of smelly sulfur gases. It's like the difference between a quick spritz of perfume and a slow, lingering cloud of cologne. But can farts do more than just stink? Could they actually be dangerous? Yes, farts can catch fire. Here's a fact that sounds like a myth, but is 100% true. Farts are flammable. The methane and hydrogen in your gas can ignite if exposed to a flame. In rare cases, surgical procedures involving cauterization have caused small fires when gas escaped during operations. A 2017 case study from a Danish hospital documented a minor explosion during a colonoscopy. Yikes. So, maybe don't try lighting your farts at home. But speaking of weird fart tricks, have you ever heard one underwater? Farts make bubbles in water. If you've ever farted in a bathtub, you've probably noticed bubbles rising to the surface. That's because water traps the gas, forming bubbles that carry the smell with them. Fun fact: marine biologists have observed fish and even whales releasing gas bubbles, proving that farting is universal across species. So, next time you're in the tub, you're basically channeling your inner whale. But why do some farts sound like a symphony while others are a single note? Fart sounds depend on anatomy. The pitch and volume of a fart come down to the shape of your sphincter and the speed of the gas. A tighter sphincter produces a higher pitched toot, while a relaxed one might let out a deep rumble. A 2022 study from the University of Bristol used acoustic analysis to show that fart sounds can vary as much as musical instruments. Your body is basically a wind instrument, and every toot is a unique performance. But what's happening inside to create all that gas in the first place? Gut bacteria are the real culprits. Your gut is home to trillions of bacteria, and they're the masterminds behind your farts. These microbes ferment undigested carbs and proteins, producing gas as a byproduct. A 2023 study from Nature Microbiology found that people with diverse gut bacteria tend to fart more because their microbes are more active. Think of your gut as a bustling city with bacteria working overtime to keep things moving. But can farts tell us something about our health? Farts can signal digestive issues. While farting is normal, excessive or foul-smelling farts could hint at problems like lactose intolerance, IBS, or celiac disease. A 2021 study from the Mayo Clinic noted that sudden changes in fart frequency or odor should prompt a doctor's visit. Your farts are like a check engine light for your gut. Ignore them at your peril. But here's a lighter question. Do animals fart as much as we do? Animals fart too. From cows to termites, animals are prolific farters. In fact, cow farts and burps contribute significantly to methane emissions, with a 2024 EPA report estimating that livestock account for 14% of global greenhouse gases. Even your dog's sneaky farts add to the mix. So, next time Fido lets one rip, know they're just keeping up with the family tradition. Farts aren't harmful to smell. Despite the stench, inhaling someone's fart won't make you sick. The gases are mostly harmless, and any bacteria in a fart are typically killed by stomach acid if swallowed. A 2018 study from the Journal of Infectious Diseases confirmed that farts don't transmit diseases. So you can breathe easy, figuratively at least. But what about farting in tight spaces, like an elevator? Farts disperse quickly. In a small space, a fart might seem like it lingers forever, but gas disperses within seconds. A 2020 physics study from MIT showed that fart particles spread out and dilute in the air faster than you'd think, thanks to air currents. So, that elevator stink won't haunt you for long. But can you control when and where you fart? You can't always control your farts. Farting is largely involuntary, controlled by your autonomic nervous system. While you can clench to delay a fart, your body will eventually win. A 2022 study from the Journal of Neurogastroenterology found that suppressing farts can lead to subconscious stress, So maybe it's time to embrace the toot. After all, farting is universal, natural, and, dare we say, kind of fascinating. And there you have it. 15 mind-blowing facts about farting that prove there's more to flatulence than meets the nose. From fiery farts to gut bacteria symphonies, your body is a gas-producing marvel. If you laughed, learned, or cringed, hit that like button, subscribe for more quirky science, and drop a comment with your funniest fart story. Share this video with your friends, because who doesn't love a good fart fact? See you in the next one.